Greetings, friends, and welcome to Under Fire. I'm your humble yet astonishingly talented host, Ken Thacker. As I stated in the Jackass report, for those of you who watched it, I know it's been a while for both of these shows, and I do apologize. I won't offer any excuses. As I stated there, the simple fact of the matter was I had one of those wonderful stomach flu bugs that had me quite ill for some time. And then, of course, I had about a 2-day reprieve and followed that up with a bronchial infection. Either way, it wasn't a good time, let's just put it that way. For those of you who may not have seen the new and improved Jackass report, I will go ahead and explain the changes that you'll notice in this episode. Specifically, I decided to change show formats a bit. The Under Fire episodes were getting a bit too long. It was getting difficult to keep them down to a certain size, and breaking them down into multiple parts, I feel, is just becoming too much of a pain, and I'm trying to keep things down to a smaller bite-size chunk for these videos. So let's go ahead and get started with our first episode of Under Fire for the year 2009. You may also notice, before we actually jump into this, you may actually also notice a little bit of a different situation. I'm not actually at my desk in front of the computer. I'm standing. That is because this particular episode is probably going to get a little heated. I'm going to try to explain my points while keeping things as moderate a tone as possible. I may not be successful, so I will apologize in advance. Okay. You know, as I stated, I wasn't going to do this, several videos, I wasn't going to do this. I was just going to stay away from this whole issue completely. It smacks of sour grapes and bitterness and even vindictiveness. But then again, anyone who knows me will tell you that I do have a vindictive streak to my nature, and I love watching people get what they so richly deserve. It's a weakness of mine that I'm willing to admit to. Now, starting within minutes of Barack Hussein Obama's being announced as the next General Secretary of the Socialist States of America, he was calling for healing and coming togetherness and reaching across the aisle. Okay, and all of these things that one would expect, you know, of this individual coming from this party. He gave the cameras that arrogant little smile and announced that he was all of Americans' president. My response? Barack, you are not my president. Since then, I have been watching Democrats in the Congress and Senate talking about reaching out to Republicans and conservatives, working together, healing, togetherness, pride, country, patriotism, all things that go out the window for liberals when a conservative is in office. I'm of mixed feelings on this subject. At times, I want to scream. At others, I want to laugh in bemused amazement. And then there are those times when I simply want to break down and cry. So, now liberals want to reach out to us conservatives. Now they want to talk about healing and togetherness and coming together. Now they want to talk about the good of the nation and working all of us together as Americans. Now liberals want to come together. For 8 years, liberals have practiced the vilest form of obstructionism to our government, fighting Bush every step of the way on the most minor of procedural items that any president should expect no hassle with. but he had to fight for every little thing, from the most minor issues to the most critical issues of that time period. And now, liberals want to come together. For 8 years, the liberal elitist media and the Hollywood elite took hatred, intolerance, slander, and libel to levels never before seen in American society. Now, liberals want to come together. We have also heard the insane accusations of how it was Bush that blew up the Twin Towers, and not the Islamo-fascist scum that liberals so love to snuggle up to. We've heard how Bush blew up the levees in New Orleans during Hurricane Katrina, just to kill black people and people on welfare. Now, liberals want to come together. We've watched ads on Bush Hitler and how Bush went to war with Iraq to steal its oil. We went to war with Iraq to enrich Dick Cheney and his corporate partners in Halliburton. And now, liberals want to reach out and ask for us to come together. Liberals have screamed for years about how no WMDs, weapons of mass destruction, were ever found in Iraq. Yet, they flatly ignored the large caches of yellowcake uranium that was found in bunkers in Iraq. When forced to respond on that subject, they responded with that arrogant, condescending little smile that they are all so well known for, stating that it was not weaponized, therefore did not count as a WMD. They are, of course, hoping that people won't realize that adding a few pounds of high explosives to yellowcake uranium will make what is commonly known as a dirty bomb. Look it up on Wikipedia. You can get all the details there if you want to know. A dirty bomb will spread highly radioactive material over a considerable distance depending on the amount of explosives and uranium used.